welcome to another edition of Eastlink's In Focus program. I'm your host, Tony Dorian. And today we're doing a special kind of show. It's one of my favorite types of shows because we're touching base with some of our favorite interviews that we've done from the past. So a very special sort of three in a row, or three for whatever you want to call it. We have three guests coming on for three segments. And my first guest is no stranger to our program. She's been a guest multiple times. She is an award-winning science fiction author of the book NEWBIA. And since we last talked with her, she has had a sequel come out. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about all the wonderful things that Shalene Croma has been up to. Shalene, welcome back. It's always great to have you on our show.
Thank you for having me.
Wonderful. And you're coming to us from the wonderful city of Halifax through the wonderful virtual world of Zoom. It's great to have you here with us. So I guess right off the bat, let's talk about, since we've last seen you, we know about the wonderful launch of your book. We also know about the unique way that you found your muse for writing. It came to you through vivid dreams. And I think hopefully our viewers remember that. But let's talk about the second book, the next sequel to the wonderful world of NEWBIA. What's been happening there?
Well, Naira actually, I don't want to give too much away again because I'm such a spoiler to these things, but yeah. Naira actually found that she's still in the dream world of NEWBIA, and things are progressing. However, I think things are more progressing now in book 3.
Right.
Book 3.
Wow, and there's book 3, and so has your protagonist grown since we first met her in the first book?
She's grown, yes. However, she's still unknown to the things that are happening around her until book 3. Book 2 is book 1 is the introductory to NEWBIA.
Yeah,
giving you a little bit.
Yeah, that's where you created this wonderful world, right? Yeah.
Yes. And then book 2 gives you all the characters of NEWBIA.
Sure.
And it gives you a little bit of background on where it's going, because book 3 that I'm dreaming right now and writing actually gives you the whole story and why things are happening the way they are and are going to continue.
Yeah, so Shirley, one of the things that I wanted to ask you, because it is so interesting, you're getting basically the plot of these novels. They're coming from very vivid dreams. And I guess my question is, are they still as vivid and are they still happening as regularly as they have been?
They're still vivid, yes. They're not happening as regularly. I think with, me doing other things with marketing, I'm doing everything myself. So I'm a little distracted. Now when I'm dreaming, I'm still dreaming, into book 3, but I sort of go back a lot to book 1 and 2, almost as if I'm missing something or I'm just not ready for the next step. But I know my ending, so it's kind of, I don't know, it's kind of a little back and forth, but it is progressing.
Yes, and you know how it ends, but along the way, have there been any sort of like twists and turns? Like, I think inherently you know the direction your characters are going in, but there was ever when you woke up from a dream and went, oh my, I didn't see that coming.
Yes, so the beginning of book 2, right off in the first chapter, I remember waking up from that particular chapter because I actually dreamt the entire chapter the first night that I went back into my dream and where I left off from book 1. When I went back in, the whole chapter, I woke up and I remember telling my husband, I don't know what I just saw and I don't know how I'm going to explain it because I don't know anything within this reality that I can compare it to. So I'm going to try to do my best on what I know is real to explain it. And he still doesn't understand the whole concept of when I tell him things as I'm waking up. He's like, where are you getting this from? I'm like, I have no idea.
But, I want to go back to something. Earlier you talked about, you're getting distracted by marketing. It's one of the things I love about you. You're such a good marketer. You're so dynamic. I think you're as creative as your marketing as you are with your writing. So, our viewers do know that you did appear on the side of buses all through HRM. People can see and get curious about your novels. And I thought that was so interesting and novel. And you actually tracked down all the buses by numbers. But I want you to continue your great marketing efforts and tell us about some of your experiences. You were in parades, and I'd love to hear about some of those experiences that you've had.
Sure. For this year, I was in the Canada Day parade. I was the only float in that parade, actually. And then for the natal day, it was actually the first emancipation parade here in Nova Scotia. So I was a part of that as well. It was August 1st. In that particular parade, the Emancipation Parade was before us, and then it was the Natal Day Parade after. And by fluke, I actually was the front runner of the Natal Day Parade. So I got to walk my streets of where I, grew up and lived my entire life, honored that I got to walk the streets where I was giving what I have, as my creation, my imagination to everyone within my hometown.
Yeah, and you talked about, a sense of pride. You must have been so proud, too, to say, here I am. You're a trailblazer. You're the first Nova Scotian author to write a science fiction novel of this nature. And, it's wonderful what you're doing.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. I'm trying. I have a message for everyone, really, if you don't mind me saying.
I'd love your message. You're such a positive person.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. It comes with just life experience and loving life and appreciating it. But my thing to everyone is, I hope that everyone actually finds within themselves their own talents and blessings and what they have to offer, even if it's, being someone of comfort. Everybody has something in them, and I fortunately have found mine through imagination. And I want to empower other people to do the exact same thing. And when you don't believe in yourself, believe in yourself and put yourself out there. And even when you do get sometimes some negative feedback, take that as something that you can learn from. Don't take it as bad criticism. Take it as something that you can actually learn from. And that's what I've been doing. Because it hasn't all been good. There have been some ups and downs, but I'm the type of person that I learn through my mistakes and people's criticism and things and what they think I should do or what I shouldn't do. I don't look at it as a bad thing, and I want others to look at the same way. I know it's hard to do sometimes, easy to say, but it really isn't when you really put yourself first and what you believe in. And this is something that I really believe in, and I hope that what I'm doing can show other people that too. And I want the best for everyone. So I'm trying to do me while I'm trying to help, lead on too. So
what a great message to leave us with. Shaleigh, I hope people find your book. It's fairly easy to find. I know you're doing book signings. You're out there. They're on displays all through bookstores, all through Nova Scotia. Thank you so much. It's been great to have you, and we'll see you again, I hope.
Thank you so much, and you take care.
Thank you. Stay tuned, folks. We're going to be right back.